Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It has been some time since I posted a video on Dungeon Quest, and if you've seen my recent Dungeon Quest video, you'll probably know why. Now, it is no secret that Dungeon Quest is not in the spot it used to be, but the recent Christmas 2024 event really killed off the game. Now, I still want to make some form of content for you guys, and looking back at my channel, I completely forgot that I had a Noob to Godly series that I started, so I figured I should finish that before signing off of Dungeon Quest, at least until the next major content update. Now, before we get started, I'd like to give a big thank you to Elite Elias for helping me create a new thumbnail and a new icon for my YouTube channel. I thought the old thumbnail and icon were kind of boring, so I thought to change it for you guys and dedicate this channel to solely Dungeon Quest. Now, for you Animal Crossing players who watched my Animal Crossing videos, I will create a second channel where I do Let's Plays and compilations of Animal Crossing. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, I just want to make a note. I didn't realize this while I was recording, but I completely forgot to turn off my reverb, so you're going to hear quite a lot of echo, and it might be a little bit hard to hear my voice at times. So I apologize for this inconvenience, but it's just a stupid mistake I made, and I'm not willing to re-record every single voice clip I made in this episode. Now back to the program. So the last time we started our Noob to Godly series, we got through the entirety of Pirate Island and King's Castle, and today we're going to be starting on the Underworld. So my gear right now is a Beastly Guardian helmet. I also noticed, and of the inventory update, this is actually quite low. I have a Beastly Warrior armor with a pretty decent potential, even though I thought it was pretty high. And my weapon is the Dual Inferno Slicers. Now, this is actually a pretty mid set for King's Castle. It's not really the best set out there because I could get a warrior helmet, maybe a tier 3 armor piece, and maybe a better weapon than this, but I didn't get anything, so I have to go with what I have. It seems my abilities don't really quite work properly, but I do have Ground Slam on me. And for my skill points, I run all my skill points on physical power. This will give me as much damage as possible, and since Voldex nerfed the heck out of all the enemy damages, I don't think I need to raise my HP. So yeah, that's pretty much my loadout. I'm going to get my ult in here, and then let's jump straight into some rounds. Okay, so it's been a hot minute since I've played the Underworld, but I think we should be able to get this pretty easily. Let's just see what happens. I don't know how hard Voldex has nerfed these dungeons. I only know that all dungeons until Yokai Peak were nerfed. Alright, let's see. They have 18 million. Okay, so that's basically the same as before. Of course, I have my ult in here, so they have more HP, but let's see if we can beat this. I also just realized I need a better spell than Ground Slam. It's really not working for me anymore. I mean, it's a Winter Outpost spell, so there's nothing really else to complain about it. I also forgot Underworld Insane gives 10 minutes instead of 11. That was weird. Okay, we seem to be doing okay-ish. We seem to take about a minute to kill each stage. So, I don't know if that's too much time, but they have 18 million HP, so I can't really do anything about it. I'm just curious, did you guys ever notice that the Demon Warriors or all melee minions before the canals were actually nerfed? It was one thing I noticed when VCafe released the Enchanted Forest update, and I don't know if anyone ever caught this. And honestly, it was kind of deserved because these dungeons were extremely hard still. But since VCafe nerfed it, it became miles easier, even though I know a lot of people still can't beat these dungeons. Alright, first boss. I'm gonna try to take a healing break. Oh, Matt. Oh, right. I forgot. I can't close this while I have this. This is the one thing I still really hate about the new UI. I'm not able to close the inventory GUI when I have the 2 slot active. I also just realized that dealt only 3k to me. That is like not a lot of damage at all. Yeah, he deals like 3k to me. That is like basically no damage. for the Underworld, at least compared to before. Oh, I just died. Okay, well, I don't think we're gonna be able to beat this. We have 5 minutes left, and I don't think I'll have nearly as enough time to kill the main boss. There's no way I will be able to beat this. They have too much HP, or possibly I'm not killing them the best to my abilities. Because the one thing I'm doing, if you haven't been noticing, is I've been trying to kill the warriors first and then focus on the mage. Usually this does cost more time, but it is more safer, because if you bunch up too many minions and you run into them, you are gonna die very quickly. And I'm trying to avoid that, since even in old Dungeon Quests, before Voldex made all these nerfs, the general concept is still the same. Bro, okay, well, it was partially my fault. I was getting a little too close, but I still can't get adjusted to how far their hit range is, because with VCappy's minions, they had to be so close that it looked like they were gonna punch you, like with their fists. And their sword didn't really accommodate for their range. It was only just purely cosmetic. Alright, we have the second boss. Let's at least get past this guy before we have to rejoin. Now this boss was considered the hardest when Underworld released, and I could understand why, and even then, I think new players would struggle to find out how this works. But if you know what you're doing, it's actually not really hard. At least compared to the later game enemies, like the Northern Lands bosses, for example. Now this is only Dungeon 5, so I expect it to not be as nice as the later dungeons. But it was pretty nice for the time. Okay, I'm surprised I got through this with only like a minute or two. Which probably meant I was probably not so efficient with killing the first boss somehow. So we should have enough time to get to the main boss at least, but there's no way we have enough to kill the boss. Oh yeah, level up. Not like it matters, because I probably need to play King's Castle again to get some items. Now this may be a bit of a spicy opinion, but honestly I think in the lower dungeons you level up way too fast. Like, if you remember from my Noob to Godly series when I first started, I beat Winter Outpost pretty easily, and I was able to level up really fast to get to the next difficulties, but I think it's a little too fast, because if you remember, when I got to hard or medium, I don't remember, I had to spend some time to get more items from the previous difficulty. Yep, well. Okay, we got pretty far that time. I may need to get some more items, or more better items at the very least, from King's Castle. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes since I've grinded King's Castle to get more items. As you can see, we're level 83, so we're leveling up really fast. Like, really fast. Almost too fast in my opinion. But anyways, I didn't end up getting anything good. However, there is one mistake which I didn't catch until now. If you notice right here, I just realized my weapon is not upgraded. I don't know why this didn't click with me, but I for some reason thought 7k was decent for King's Castle, when in reality, that's King's Castle insane level of power. So that's my bad. So let's just upgrade this weapon right here. Oh, we don't have enough gold, but at least we got some upgrades, and this should bring it to 12,000. So this should greatly boost our damage. So I'm gonna hop back right into the Underworld, and let's try another run. Okay, here we are. One more mistake I also forgot. I got Blade Throw last round. Now, I remember why I didn't use it, but maybe I should use this against the minions. It has a way better hitbox than Ground Slam. However, I will use Ground Slam for all 3 bosses, because Ground Slam actually has more DPS since it can be used 1 second earlier than Blade Throw. But here we go, let's get into another round. Yeah, really feeling that damage difference. Gave me a full 1.5 million more damage. So this should be enough to beat the Underworld now, since this was about maybe below average for King's Castle damage back then, but at least it's okay. Now if we don't end up beating it, I'll have to go back into King's Castle to try to get at least a better helmet, or maybe a better weapon, because my weapon can be better. Alright, here we have the first boss. I can't tell if my time is better or not. I didn't really keep track of it, but I guess after this first boss, we should be able to tell. Okay, there is no doubt we're actually doing better, but I'm not sure if we have enough time. We should have enough since we got past this guy with like 5 minutes left. But we should be okay. As long as we don't die too much, it should be okay. Okay, I'm so lucky I didn't die there. I don't know how they hit me from that far away, but at least we survived. Okay, I'm gonna take a healing break, but I'm still gonna be running at this guy. Okay, there's no way I lose this. We have 5 minutes and we're almost at the boss. So we should be in the clear to beat this. Of course, if I don't miss like that, because this spell has a terrible hitbox. Oh, we're already level 84? Okay, we have the boss. We have 4 minutes left, and we should be okay to beat this. I will say though, I will probably be sticking to Insane for longer because I leveled up 3 times, or 2 times in King's Castle. So I need more time to get more items. Oh, that's still not abbreviated? I wonder why. Because Voldex has changed all the other name tags and stuff to abbreviate. I don't know why this one isn't. Oh, man. The blood minions were always a pain if they bunched up like that, and if you can't kill them quickly. So, that's... Maybe I should have killed the heart, because if the blood minion swings and misses, they are back to normal speed. I don't know if you guys know that, but apparently that's a thing. And it can be exploited, I guess. Alright, there we go. We got it. And we got Guardian and Mage armor. Well, Guardian can still be used in the Underworld, but it's nowhere near as effective as all the other dungeons. So, I'm gonna do another run, and let's see what we get next time. Alright, another win. Let's see what we get. Oh, okay. Right, Rending Slice. I forgot that's a warrior spell. Okay, it also looks like my ult got purple mage armor, so that's pretty nice. Oh, hey, blue guardian. Well, we also got a warrior weapon. I don't know what tier this is, but at least it's something. So, let's hop back into lobby, upgrade our stuff, and let's see how much we deal. Okay, so checking our gear, we have a full reinforced guardian set, which I will upgrade on physical power. And the weapon we got, I don't know how good this is, but it seems to have 20,000 physical power. Here, let's upgrade this and let's see. I'm gonna upgrade armor first, since that's what I really want. Nope, doesn't seem like we have enough. So I'm gonna sell my current set then. Okay, so we don't have enough to fully max out our set, but it's pretty decent, I guess, but not really that useful right now since it's not that much better than my King's Castle set. So I guess there isn't really anything for me to do right now other than to grind insane again to get more gold. So I'm gonna get more gold, upgrade my stuff, then we'll hop into Nightmare, and I'll see you then. Okay, I've grinded for about 20 minutes, and if you didn't see in our last clips, I actually got a full warrior set, and in fact, I got a purple weapon. Now, unfortunately, this purple weapon is not better than my blue weapon over here, but it's still a decent upgrade. So I'm going to spend my gold to upgrade my warrior sets, or actually I think I'm going to stick with my guardian sets. I don't think it is worth sacrificing that much HP just for the power upgrade. So I'm going to upgrade my weapon, and I also got no warrior spells as well. So I'm going to upgrade my weapon, maybe upgrade my helmet if I got the gold too, and then let's hop into Nightmare and see how we do. Okay, I have absolutely no idea if my gear is even good enough for Nightmare because I need more gold to upgrade my stuff, and let's see how much we deal. Okay, they have 50 million HP. That's not too crazy high, but I'm not sure if we deal enough damage, and oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage. I mean, I did take 4 hits from a Dark Mage, so I shouldn't be too surprised about it, but it's still a lot of damage regardless. Now, I really wish I would have kept that. Oh, hey, we have Gregg here. There's no way we have enough time to kill this guy, because he has 200 million HP. And I did encounter Gregg on a few of my rounds, but I couldn't get close to killing him because he just has too much HP. I'll collect the gold at least because it does give me a little bit of gold, which I forgot was a feature. Now, it doesn't give me that much gold, honestly, because it only gives me like 500k, but it's still at least some gold. Okay, maybe it was actually about 370k or something. I don't know, that's still really low gold. It should give like 1M at this point. So our time is about the same as Insane, just we have an extra minute because this dungeon starts with 11 minutes on Nightmare for some reason. But let's see if we can get through this. Bruh, okay. How much did I deal? 30k? Okay. Well, it was partially my fault because I was really close to those and I got hit from the Dark Mages. But honestly, I really hate how they have such high melee ranges. Oh my god, that is a lot of health. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to beat it because this is a lot more health than before. So let's just try it. Oh, okay, my bad. But yeah, I don't think we have enough time to beat this guy. Or at least beat the dungeon. This guy has too much HP, so I think I'm going to need to go back into Insane and level up my gear first. Which I really don't want to do because I'm already halfway into Samurai Palace and I don't want to get any weaker than before. Now for anybody taking notes, this is one reason why I don't want some XP to be buffed in the lower dungeons. Now I will admit I do have an XP boost active, but if I'm leveling up this quickly, then you have your problem is you won't get enough gear to beat your dungeon, thus requiring carries. Now I will say some of the older dungeons I will say were quite difficult. For an example, the new Winter Outpost I found out was actually quite difficult if you can't get gear. But if you level up so fast that you progress to the next difficulty within an hour, if you're not lucky, then yeah, of course you're not going to have enough gear. And I'm definitely experiencing that problem right now because I'm not that lucky, and especially since I can't buy XP or luck boosts because of the restrictions, I have a problem with getting items. Now I do also have the 2x gold pass, but honestly that doesn't help because ever since it was released, 2x gold was useless because all it did was double the amount of gold you get when you win dungeons. But honestly, it should have doubled the sell cost as well because 800 Robux is absurd for just doubling the win loot, because I guarantee 50%, if not most of your winning gold, or at least the gold you have, is from selling items, because those are worth a lot more than the victory gold. And he has the same HP as the demonic overgrowth. Forget this, I'm gonna hop out. So I'm not able to beat Nightmare. There's no way I have enough damage to beat this. Anyways, I'm gonna go back into Insane, get more gold, and upgrade my stuff. And if I get purple warrior armor, I will end up using it, because I'm gonna need as much damage as possible to beat this dungeon. So I'm gonna go back into Insane, and I'll meet you guys back in Nightmare when I get something good. Okay, so I did about 3 runs, and here's what I was able to get. I was able to pull a purple guardian helmet, and I actually got a few rending slices. I also got this blue royal crimson greatsword, which is actually better than my current weapon, just not upgraded. So we got a decent amount of stuff, and I'm gonna upgrade these as much as I can, then we'll head back into Nightmare. So my main concern right now is if I have enough damage to beat the bosses, because the minions are not that problematic. Their HP seems to be like nice, but the bosses have a lot more HP. So I need to scale my damage based on that. Of course, having 2 rending slices is much better than having only 1, as well as blade throw. Like that should increase my damage like quite a lot. Since Rending Slice, although it takes a lot of time to do its maximum amount of damage, it still does more DPS than the other spells we've had. And another benefit is, with Rending Slice, if we hit an enemy and then the last tick kills it, if it spawns on the next stage, it also takes some damage right as it spawns, which is a bug, I will say, but it's still nice for us. Okay, I really need a healing break after this stage. Our time is a lot better, at least. Like, we have 9 minutes on the first boss, when before we had like 8, maybe 7 minutes. So let's see how much time we have when we pass this guy. I'm hoping we have at least 7 minutes, because last time we went past it with 5, and that's no good. I'm also gonna try not to die at all, because that was my first mistake. I died like twice, but those were partially my fault, since I got too close to both enemies I tried to avoid attacks from. So I'm gonna go my bad on that one. It wasn't really because it was unfair or anything, but it's okay. Okay. Bad spots, bad spot. At least we're dealing good damage. We should get past this guy with 730 on the time. Or at least around there. I don't think we'll get exactly 730. But we're making good progress. We should be able to at least get to the main boss. I don't know if we'll still need more damage to beat it. But if that's the case, I'll just do a run on Insane just to upgrade my weapon more. Because I don't need that much gold to upgrade it a crazy amount higher. Okay, I don't know how this guy has so much HP, but we killed all those guys pretty evenly. So I'm estimating it takes me around 1:30 to kill the bosses. So that should give us, if we can make it to the boss with 2 minutes, or 2 minutes and 30 seconds around there, then we should be able to kill him. This next boss, as long as I don't die, I should take like 1 minute or so to kill it. So our time should be okay. Okay, we should have easily enough time to beat this dungeon, or beat this round. We should take at least a minute to kill the minions here, but other than that, it should be okay. We should make it to the boss with around 3 minutes. And as long as we don't die too much, then we should easily beat this. Okay, so I don't know if you guys ever caught me doing this earlier, but there is actually a cheese you can do with these minions, and I think I explained it in another video, but after Voldex's changes, after sometime around after Halloween 2023, I think, you could actually cheese these minions just by having a long-range spell. If you attack them from far enough away that they don't follow you. They actually still don't follow you if you don't get close enough. Now this was something that VCafe thought of, and if this was still VCafe's game, these enemies would be chasing me around and I would probably die. But since Voldex changed it so they don't do that anymore, you can actually cheese a lot of these dungeons up until you reach Yokai Peak. Because for some reason, Yokai Peak and Abyssal Void, the enemies follow you from an infinite sight range, if you get what I mean. If you attack them, at least. Because otherwise, their sight range is extremely small. But with VCafe's older dungeons, Voldex never bothered to update their sight range whenever you attack them, which is really strange why they didn't do that. Because the reason VCafe added that is so you can't cheese them. But since that's now possible, a lot of these dungeons are a lot easier than probably people make it out to be. But anyways, we are just about to kill this guy. There we go. We got our first nightmare win. And, ooh, Blue Warrior. That's pretty nice. Okay, and we also got a warrior weapon. So, overall pretty good loot. So, I'm gonna do another round and let's see what we get on that round. Okay, so I just realized I was running out of time for this episode, and while I was in the middle of the run, I figured I should get my daily reward before signing off and heading into Samurai Palace in the next episode. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, and let's see what we get. So first reward, oh my goodness, are you serious? This is like the worst daily ever. Alright, let's see the next one. Inferno Strike, okay, that's not too bad. The weapon is also pretty decent. And the last one. Mage stuff, okay. So, not a great daily, but we did get a new spell. Inferno Strike, I remember, is okay. The biggest downside was its range. Otherwise, we didn't really get anything amazing. We did get a new weapon, which is nice. But I'm a little broke, so it isn't really that great. So, I'm gonna sell these things, upgrade my weapon a little bit, and I'm gonna do one more run of Nightmare, and then I'll conclude the episode. Alright, there we go. Not too terribly hard. Oh, bro, I just got a blue one, and I upgraded that. Okay, well, at least I got an upgrade, and it seems like this is a really high pot. So, yeah, let's head back into lobby and see what we get. So surprisingly enough, this weapon isn't really too much of an upgrade compared to my blue one, which is absolutely insane because this is a insane potential at 91%, and this one is at 92%, but they have extremely similar bases, and their upgrades are even similar. Now I will say the purple one is still better when fully upgraded, but there's no way I can afford that much upgrades, so it seems like we're gonna need to grind more gold, and that's gonna happen in the next episode. So that's gonna be it for this episode of Noob to Godly. It might be a little bit shorter than the other ones, but I'm really feeling the XP difference. But I still think it's a little bit too fast. Of course, that's probably because of my XP boost and because I'm on an alt count, but it's still pretty fast nonetheless. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys like this video, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more Noob to Godlies or Dungeon Quest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.